Hi. So at the end of June, I signed my second contract at Gogokid, and a lot of things have changed there since I first started, which is very common with a new company. But I wanted to tell you some of the things that I absolutely love and some of the things that I don't so much love, in case you're thinking about going to Gogokid so that you can make an educated decision. Some things that I love, the content for levels 1 and up is fantastic. I love it. But the content for the K babies, which we call, so the first level is very minimal. Like there's, 15 slides or something and you teach like 3 words for the whole thing, which it is proven that kids learn through repetition, and so I understand why they do that, but it gets very repetitive and boring. So you have to extend a lot. So I don't love the K babies so much. Along with that, um I also don't love that at Gogokid you can't choose which levels you teach. You're just automatically qualified for all the levels. And so you don't really have a choice if you don't really jive with the K babies, or which would be equivalent to kind of like pre-VIP kid or the first level at another company. You don't have a choice. You have to teach it. So I don't like that so much. I do love that the K levels, though, are interactive. They're a lot of fun. There's a lot of like songs and animations. There's a lot of animations, and it's a lot of fun. Like, it is pretty cool how they do that. So it's interactive. The kids can do stuff. They do have a pretty forgiving cancellation policy. So that is one of the things that changed recently. It is like it used to be a lot more forgiving. Now you have to go through a process to appeal your cancellation. So, for example, last week in Michigan, we had tornadoes and the power was out. There was nothing I could do about it. I woke up, my power was gone. All the power, along with that, the internet, of course, I couldn't work. And so I had to cancel my classes. And unfortunately, they also don't have an app yet. So I couldn't cancel them on my phone. And so it showed up first as teacher no shows, and I was really worried because I thought they just changed this policy, so now I have to appeal it, and what if they don't take my stuff? But they did take the screenshots of the power outages, and I sent in a couple of links of local newspaper articles that showed that we had bad storms and that everybody was out of power and stuff, and they accepted it no problem. Now it did take them 5 days to make that look correct on my payments tab and to up my credit score again, but they did, and it really wasn't a big deal. And so I feel that they're pretty lax on their cancellation policy. I mean, that should have been overturned. There's nothing that I could have done about that, but it was a legit cancellation and they honored that. And so there were no problems there. So again, with that, a downside is that they don't have an app, but I don't have any doubt that it'll take them very long to get one because they've been progressing so quickly. I love that there is no micromanaging essentially there. Like, I teach, they leave me alone. It's very similar to VIP Kid that way. And after my Magic Years experience, I find that I really value that a lot more. I don't want to be told exactly how I have to teach everything because I am an independent contractor and I am different than another teacher, and so I'm going to do things the way that I feel is best, but as long as I'm teaching the content, I haven't been bothered at all. And so I really like that. There's no minimum classes required, so that's fantastic. It's a perfect pair with VIP Kid if you're already a VIP Kid teacher because you can, of course, open up your short notice slots at VIP Kid if something doesn't book it. Gogokid, I was booked fairly quickly at Gogokid. The other thing is they did just start doing short notice classes, which is awesome. However, the short notice classes at Gogokid do not pay any extra. At VIP Kid, you get $2 extra per class, which is fantastic. That's $4 extra an hour, which really adds up. And so I love that at VIP Kid, not so much at Gogokid. And along with the fact that they don't have an app yet, you have to consistently like check your schedule to make sure that you're not going to miss a class. So I don't do the short notice classes at Gogokid. I'm sure eventually they will offer more pay or figure something out for that, but right now they don't, so I don't use that. But it's still a perfect pair with VIP Kid because there's no minimum classes required and both of them are completely flexible, so I love that. And like I said, I just signed my second contract at the beginning of June, and I will probably continue to stay with Gogokid. I really like it here. VIP Kid's still my favorite, but Gogokid is a perfect backup. The something I really don't agree with and don't like is that at Gogokid, they for your kind of your bonus pay or whatever, or your incentives, like they have at every company. Here it's based on a credit system. Now, that's great and everything. You get like 1 point for every 3 classes you teach. You get a point for 5-star parent feedback. All of that is incredible. The thing that I don't like is that it's based on the very last day of the previous month, what you will be paid for the following month. So let's say you have a boo boo on the 30th of the month, then your pay is shorter for the entire next month. Now, that doesn't seem very fair to me. I wish that they would do it on a take an average of the month. Instead, it's just based on the last week of the month, the last day of the month. So a lot of teachers don't teach at Gogokid the last week, which kind of stinks because it does pay a lot higher than VIP Kid, which is another thing that I love, the higher pay, as long as your credit score is at that 120. One more thing. Well, there's two more things that I'm not a huge fan of. One is that the payment tab is there now, it's up and running, but it takes 5 days to update. So it's not in real time. You have to wait 5 days to see if the pay is right and stuff. And I don't like that. I wish they would just do it the same day like VIP Kid does so that I can always keep track of my pay and I don't have to go back and look and, see what's there. And the last thing that I'm not a huge fan of is that you can't tell if you've taught a student or not because they don't have that teacher to teacher feedback where you can make marks. It doesn't have a running tally of how many classes you've taught them. And so either you have to find a way to keep track of them by their student number, which I'm not going to do all of that work. So I just kind of see if they recognize me or not. And if not, I just go with, it's good to see you instead of it's good to meet you or nice to meet you. So those are the things that are like some pros and cons for me. But bottom line is they're a great pair, VIP Kid and Gogokid, and so far I'm really loving it. So I'm on what, month 8 now, and I'm still liking it here, and I see mostly positive changes happening. They still have great financial backing. They seem good to their teachers. Like I said, they handled that cancellation I had happen very well, and so I will probably stick around here for a while. So if you're interested in applying to Gogokid, my link will be below and also my code, so you may use that. Make sure that you shoot me an email so I can help you through the process. Also, if you are trying to get an interview, I have made a separate interview about that video about that. I'll post the video up here somewhere because there is a way that you can get an interview faster. Because when I started, it took me like 2 months to get an interview. It always says the slots are full. There is a way around that. You just have to be super prepared and diligent in doing that. So I will, like I said, I'll post that video up here somewhere so you can watch that next. And yeah, so I still highly suggest Gogokid. Big fan. So Gogokid, VIP Kid are my go-tos, and again, I do Cambly in the daytime. If you're interested in that, I'll put the link below for that too. But that is the gist on my next contract. I'm still loving it. It's treating me well, and I will stick around for a while. So thanks for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment and let me know how you're liking Gogokid or if you have applied. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I don't know, like take a medium or what's the word I'm looking for? There's a bug in here. Tropical storms, not tropical, that we have,